Hope everybody out there is taking care of yourself in today's beautiful reality. Boom, guys, we are back in front of the camera here in a very secluded location in Indonesia. Okay, I haven't created a video in a while, and a lot has been happening. Okay, but humongous synchronicities have happened as of recently, where I felt like for the longest time there was very limited synchronicities happening in my life. Even though I'm out traveling, even though you would think I would have all the time in the world to receive downloads and really think spiritually, it's actually been kind of the opposite of what I've been doing. And to be honest with you guys, I've been like phone addicted for the last 2 weeks or so, and it's been a huge problem. And normally I'm not like this in my day-to-day life, but I have so much free time that I kind of slipped into old patterns of just phone addiction. Not any corn or anything like that. I've been very, very good at that, at completely disregarding all of those sites on the internet. And so that is like removed from my life. So no problems on that spectrum of things when it comes to semen retention. But what I will say is that I've been oddly very distracted. But recently, okay, it was actually my birthday 3 days ago. I decided to give myself a present by climbing a mountain, okay, out here in Indonesia. And I did it. And the group that I was with was 3 Spanish people, and then the tour guides and the porters. So the tour guide, I was thinking, was going to speak more English, but he really didn't. And then also the Spanish people didn't really want to speak English, which is fine, it's no problem. But as the journey went on, I was speaking less and less with everyone. And my phone died, okay? So I had no service as well while it was alive, and it forced me to start doing the introspection. And I know that this is something that I talk a lot about on this channel. I talk so much about introspection. I talk so much about going within. I talk so much about looking at the patterns in your life and noticing these things to change basically your entire life by looking at the shadow, basically. But I needed to take my own advice these last 3 weeks. But it's like I was led to do this mountain with those exact circumstances, just to have this realization that there are so many distractions waiting to distract you, waiting to bring you back down to that low frequency and that low place, and just clawing at you to fall back into these old habits, these old frequencies. They want you to be low. They want you to not evolve, okay? And it's so crazy because it seems that you don't realize, you don't gain this awareness until some source power, in my opinion, takes you to a place where you're forced to look at it. And I was forced to realize that I had been a screen addicted zombie slave, not living in the present and not actively thinking about anything that was happening in my life, okay? And through this, I realized on the mountain a very simple equation that I feel can bring you to some clarity. Because there is no better feeling, I feel, than having true clarity about your direction, about who you are, about the things you care about the things you want to do with yourself, about whatever it is that you are passionate about and care about, there's no better feeling than feeling full clarity when it comes to you. And my equation is this, okay? 1 is limited dopamine exposure. Try your very greatest, because this is currently the biggest addiction in the world. Limit your dopamine exposure, okay? Now, real dopamine in the real world, not on this screen, like attracting a beautiful woman and going on a date with her, okay? And having a good date and maybe kissing her, okay? That's some real dopamine that is valuable to the brain. But extreme amounts of screen time, extreme amounts of watching those sites online, okay, this is all going to destroy you. This is all going to give you limited clarity on your direction and not know where your life is headed, okay? And lacking a serious amount of confidence. This is another thing that I've realized, is that when you are constantly exposed to dopamine, you will be lacking a serious amount of confidence, okay? The other one is a spiritual practice in general. Number 2 would be a spiritual practice in general. This can be semen retention. This can be whatever it is you want it to be, okay? If you have a higher connection with something that you know is above all of this, okay, that is in all of us, that is in everything, and you actively seek it in your day-to-day life, this is a beautiful side to the equation. And of course, you guys know my take on semen retention and everything like that. One thing, a quick disclaimer, that I actually do want to just be transparent as possible with you guys, is that I met a girl while I was out here, okay? And all I have to say is many relapses happened in a row in a very short period of time, okay? And, you know, I was thinking, in my head, I was thinking, wow, I'm going to be so low energy, I'm going to be so drained. But instead of believing that I was going to fall into that place, instead of giving myself the free placebo of, oh, if I relapse a bunch, I'm going to feel terrible and I'm going to feel super low energy, guess what I said instead? I said, no, I am not going to feel incredibly low energy. I am not going to allow myself to believe that these relapses cause me to lose spiritual insights, to lose, have bad karma and have bad results come my way, okay? Instead, I went and climbed a mountain, okay? And the way that God and the universe will show you these things is super out of the ordinary, okay? If it wasn't for me meeting up with this girl, I would have never known about this mountain. I would have never gone and climbed this mountain. She told me about it. She told me, oh my gosh, you like to climb mountains, because it's something that I do back home. She said, you have to go climb this thing, okay? And so, boom, I decided, you know what? My birthday's coming up. I'm gonna climb it. And I went and did it. And all in all, it's beautiful how you get taken to these places, okay? And these lessons show up perfectly, okay, guys? These lessons show up exactly when you need them. This is your incredible reminder that dopamine will destroy your life, okay? You will be a screen addicted zombie, a whatever addicted zombie to whatever form of dopamine that you become addicted to. And it is very difficult to pull yourself out of this place, okay? Your conversation will be lacking. You will not be as quick. You will not be as witty. Your confidence will plummet. honestly, life can be very interesting in a way where you could come face to face with someone that is incredible and has maybe something to elevate your life potentially. Without a little charisma, without a little confidence, that person could just walk right past you and pay no attention to you, okay? Not to say, oh, you need to be on your A game all the time so that you can attract business opportunities and things like this, but you never know who you're gonna meet, okay? And if you've been sitting around playing video games for 7 hours and by the stroke of luck, the love of your life walks by you and says hi, and you go hi, but it's like a weird hi. It's not a confident hi. It's not a comfortable with yourself type of hi. You just never know, guys. You just never know, okay? And just want to kind of show you this beautiful view real quick as we end the video. I know I've been gone. Crazy things have been happening, guys. I feel I am living a very crazy life right now, traveling all around the world. I do not really know when this train is gonna stop, but for a while there, while I was a dopamine addicted zombie for a few weeks, I felt like I wanted to end my travels, and I was planning on ending my travels and going home. But now all of a sudden, with these new insights and this newfound clarity on sort of the direction that I want to take my life, all of a sudden I feel like I want to keep going. So I don't really know. I'm going to be in Indonesia for a while, and after that, well, I'll disclose that after I've already visited, but you guys will see the footage. And I just want to say thank you for all the love and support. I know I've been gone. You guys are legends. And comment below if this message found you, okay? And hopefully this message finds the right ear. Whoa. Hopefully this message finds the right ears. Peace.